how is it going? We're gonna.
Are you making a video?
Yeah, we're gonna go live for our Tuesday session, and usually Catherine's here, but she couldn't make it today.
Okay.
And so we have Bobby, who's the guest today.
Okay. I will just eat there.
No, you can certainly.
Say one?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Right now, one person.
Oh, you got some people on yours now. Oh, and there
No.
you go.
Matthew
Corzo.
Corzo, hey.
Alright, now.
We're just waiting for
Got more people in there.
people to join. We have one going on NDP Saints and
How's
on my
Catherine
account.
with us now?
Yep, Catherine's with us. Hey, Catherine.
I don't have any tacos.
Oh, Frankie joined us too. Anissa.
There's nobody on that one, it looks like now. They saw me in right now.
You saw who?
They saw me in log off.
We have Bobby today, special guest Bobby.
It's me.
Bobby Balser, NDP alumni.
Class of 18 representing.
That was the first class the first class I was chaplain of. That was an interesting class.
Okay, so moving on from that. Let's see, how many people do we have?
We have 6. It's building up.
What is that, one?
We have 7 total. That's great. We have we're coming from Notre Dame. No, not Notre Dame. Our Lady of Joy.
Our Lady of Joy.
From Our Lady of Joy.
We're in your house.
I know. So if you had watched 2 weeks ago, we did a kind of MTV Cribs-like tour of the rectory. And so right now, this is where we're at. The priests are eating lunch right now in the kitchen. And I have Bobby with me here. So I think we better get started. Yeah, so Bobby's going to start us off with prayer, you guys.
So this is the Serenity Prayer. I don't have it memorized, even though it's very short, but that's okay. Well, forgive me for that. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thanks, Bobby. Why did you choose that prayer?
I thought it was the perfect prayer for right now, because there's plenty of things that we cannot change, but there's plenty of things that we actually can change in our own lives. So there's a lot that we can't change going on in the outside world with this pandemic, but we can change stuff within our families, grow closer to our family members, our parents, or siblings. It is possible to get closer with your siblings, believe it or not. So I thought it was the perfect prayer for right now.
Are your siblings all at home right now?
One of them is, 2 of them are still at their apartments, because why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard you have an empty apartment yourself, huh?
That's
Right now?
That's
Your mom told me that the other day.
saying that an apartment. It's not my apartment, but it's an
Sure.
apartment.
Practicing social distancing. It's
That's
all good.
right. That's right. Everyone hear us okay? Someone just said Bobby in the chat. Who was that? Trevor. Does that say Trevor? That's far away. Hello to whoever said Bobby. How's it going?
What?
Someone
Okay.
said Bobby. Yeah.
Well, wonderful. So today we have a show for you. We're not making Delgado coffee. We might try that in the future again. Catherine, maybe this time we will have instant coffee instead of coffee grounds. But today what we have is we have Bobby. So we're gonna maybe start us off with a game or conversation starters or something that you mentioned.
Yeah, so I downloaded this app. What is it called? It's called Convo Spark.
Okay.
So it just comes up with different conversation topics for us to discuss. I thought this one was interesting. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven?
Give up all drinks except for water.
Except for water. So you can only drink water, or you can't eat anything that was cooked in an oven.
Oh, well, that's tough because I don't even cook. So if I can't use an oven, well, I guess what else do you use to cook? Microwave?
Yeah, microwave, a grill, a stove.
Oh, grill. Yeah.
I'm going with the oven because I can't give up Dr. Pepper. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I can't. Yep. someone said the oven.
But then there's a lot of things. What did you guys say?
Someone
Oven.
said oven.
Someone
yeah,
said
I give up
oven.
the oven too. There's so many drink things like you can't have Dutch Bros or like you can't have coffee. Anything to
That's
the
true.
oven,
I think
it's
I think the drinks are
it's probably the healthier option, but I'm not going with that.
But then if you can't cook stuff in the oven, you can't have cakes. You can't have like
You can
muffins.
cook like certain types of cake in the microwave, like a mug cake. You ever cook like cake in a mug?
No, cake in a mug.
You put
Not
the little
sure.
mix in and then the water.
I drink water, bro. Oven, you can make cookies in a microwave.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah,
There you
that's
go.
true.
See?
All right.
See? So I'm gonna go with nothing from the oven.
All right.
That's my choice. What's your choice?
I'd probably do the same.
Yeah. All right. What do we got? That's a weird one. What are 3 smartphone apps that you can't live without?
What are 3 smartphone apps you can't live without?
That's interesting.
You guys can go ahead and answer these too.
Yeah.
We'll read out your answers.
3 smartphone apps that you can't live without.
For me, it's probably Google Maps because
Even then.
I rely on that heavily. I would be lost without it.
Some might argue you still get lost with it. So yeah, Google Maps.
Google Maps, and then what else?
About like what that
Oh yeah, my iBreviary. That's good. I talked about. Yeah, iBreviary is another one because I carry around that. I create it from my phone all the time. And then
one more left.
What's another one? Maybe one of my movie ones, like Amazon Prime.
Let's go. So you can watch.
So I can watch movies. So I can watch Vikings, which we're gonna be talking about today.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd say Snapchat. To keep in contact with people like friends of mine that are across the country or just like 20 minutes from me and I can't see them or something. I really like the Laudate app. I know some people from Notre Dame, we don't have anybody on the Notre Dame viewing, but
They'll watch it later.
I know that Notre Dame students use the Laudate app, or at least they used to. I don't know, I haven't been there for a while, but
Yeah.
that's a really good app because it has so many different resources, like the catechism or an interactive rosary that you can use, so that's a good one.
Yeah.
So we got Snapchat, Laudate.
Snapchat, Laudate, and what else?
Probably YouTube.
YouTube.
Actually,
oh,
no,
yeah.
Safari, the internet app, because that's where I watch my movies.
Oh.
Yeah, movies and videos, because you can go on YouTube through there, you can go on like any app.
You can watch movies on Safari?
If you know the right places to go. You can log into like Netflix on there. You can log on.
Oh, okay.
So
That's true.
Safari, yeah.
Okay, great.
Safari.
Well, some people talked about an alarm because they will not wake up.
You can
Yeah.
buy an alarm clock though.
That's true. You can buy an
I
alarm
have an alarm
clock.
clock, so I just use that. I will not.
Oh, Catherine's requesting to be in our. Oh,
Oh,
no, she
gone.
like
Okay.
deleted. Okay, I guess not, Catherine. You know.
Didn't want to talk anyway.
I know.
Should we do one more?
Yeah. We'll do one more question before.
What hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue?
What hobby would you get into if time and money were not an issue?
Wow. So like a hobby you've always been interested in but haven't been able to do. Maybe it was too expensive or it was too.
I would like to write a novel.
Too much time, really.
Yeah, I really do.
It's that.
I do. I started off with writing one when I was in college, and then I entered seminary. I got like a couple chapters done.
What was it about?
It was like a fantasy novel.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Or stories. Ooh, that's a tough choice. If time and money weren't an issue, I'd get into like intense hiking, not just like Camelback or like McDowell Mountain,
Ooh.
like Kilimanjaro.
Oh,
and
wow.
like Everest, like that'd be crazy. That'd be so cool. I'd love that because that's got like camping mixed in and like, yeah,
That's true.
that'd be really cool. Just like extreme hiking, like rock climbing or something. I think that'd be really cool.
Nice. For the last conversation question, we want to hear from you. Who would like to be in our live chat with us? Press it right now.
Request to be in it.
Request to be in the live chat right now with us. Come on,
Somebody request to be in the live chat. Maybe like get ready if you're not ready to be on camera or something.
Oh, that's true. Please be appropriate on
Travel photography.
travel photography. Yeah, that's my
That's a
cousin
good one.
gave that. That's a good one. Oh yeah, I would love to do that. That way you get to travel and you get to take pictures. You do like
Hence the name travel.
and travel photography. Yeah, good one. All right.
Someone requested.
Where?
What is that?
Go live. All right. On my, where is it? Waiting for.
Waiting for them more.
What's up?
Hey, hey, Kyle. How's it going?
Woke up. Your
Yeah.
video was my alarm to wake up to.
Oh wow. So thanks for
wow.
tuning in.
So here's my question that I noticed right off the bat while watching it. Are you planning on growing out your facial hair now?
We called it out.
So I think this is my quarantine look, Kyle. So I don't know whether I plan on keeping it or not. But since we're going to be talking about the show Vikings today, I thought about looking a little bit more like a Viking, even though I'm dark and Viking were Northmen. Why? What are your thoughts? What?
One more question for you. So eyebrows are on your face, right? Technically.
I guess.
Eyebrows are on your face, yeah.
Eyebrow hair is
Yeah.
on your face. So then why is it not classified as facial hair?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
No, I woke up at 2 in the morning yesterday. I couldn't sleep. So
Because
that
of
was
his
my
question.
question. That popped up in my head.
At 10 in the morning.
That's great.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. For those joining us on Notre Dame Prep, which is right now 0, but
Scared them all off.
my cousin asked if if eyebrows are on your face, why doesn't it classify as facial hair? Don't know. Well, nobody talks about eyelashes either.
That's true, but then eyelashes are technically on your eyelids, so that makes sense.
Which are part of your face.
But eyelids are on your
Which
face.
is on your face.
That's a very deep question.
Yeah, these are very deep questions. Great. Well, so somebody said, Frankie said that her mom does not approve of my facial hair.
I think it looks great. I think you should just not let it. Even if we get off quarantine, you should just grow
Keep
it
it
out.
going.
Just keep it going so that I can become like Bobby's right there.
As long as mine.
I don't think I can grow that. Like, as it is, like I feel like there's some like white hairs coming down from mine. It's just
I
like,
do actually. Believe it or not.
yeah. So,
It's just not.
all right. So,
Moving on.
Kyle, do you have any more questions for us?
No, that's it. I'm gonna. I just woke up, so my breath is really bad right now, and I'm keeping my phone near me, so it's like bouncing back. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
That's great.
Good call.
All right, good call. Bye, Kyle. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Yeah. How many people do we have? We have 10. Wow.
Yeah, we have 9 there, and then we have like 1 over there. We're 10. Okay. Well, welcome for all those who joined. He's got a point. I'm assuming about the facial hair. All right. So now we wanted to. So during this time of quarantine, I don't know if there's any special shows that you guys have been really kind of binge watching or whatnot. And so one of the shows that I started even before this quarantine was something that Bobby and Matthew Gorzolani, is that how you say his last name?
Sure, okay.
Yeah, Gorzo recommended to me, and it was the Vikings. And during this time of quarantine, I even got some of my other priest friends, Father Jess and Father Clement, hooked on the show.
They're eating right now.
Yeah, they're eating right now. It's during their lunchtime.
There.
But
Really?
really,
Really?
and so it's been a really fantastic show. So I've finished all the seasons that are available on Amazon Prime right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my birthday, I got a gift card to Amazon, and so I was able to purchase season 6. So we haven't started it yet, but so we thought about discussing a little Vikings, right? What?
Yeah.
So, any of you out there have watched Vikings? It's a great show. And what kind of particularly struck me was, in fact, how religious it was.
Oh yeah. Throughout the whole show, there's a different. I wouldn't even say hints. It's the very like strong focus of the show is religion and the different religions that conflict with each other throughout the show. There's only mainly like two at that point.
Yeah, at the beginning we're kind of introduced to the Vikings pagan kind of
The Norse gods.
yeah, the Norse gods. And then we also get, as they encounter England and they encounter Christianity,
In France too.
pardon me?
France.
France, and at some point they even do encounter Islam as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and everybody in that show is super religious, but it does it in a way that's, I think we can learn much about. So like the first thing is like everybody's religious and they all have some sort of connection between like a different reality than what is seen. So it's beyond just like the physical. Did somebody write something there?
Yeah, it was Ted.
What did it say?
Nice shirt, Bob. Thanks, Ted. Appreciate it.
Is that your dad?
No, that's Teddy.
Ted. Oh, okay.
NDP alumni. That's gone now. Thank God.
As we call out these people, they leave.
But it's also interesting, like the religious aspect, because of
Hold on, I think somebody's here. Oh, continue talking.
yeah, just the I wouldn't say the early church, but it's at the time of the Vikings. So it's really interesting how they follow their religion. It wouldn't be the same way that we would today. So
So we want to just grab the people and then in like a few minutes we'll see.
yeah, it was set in the times of the Vikings. So the way that they follow and practice their religion and the structure of the church and everything is definitely different than it is today. So like their bishops and the way that they appoint their bishops and such, or their priests and monks, it's very different style of practice sense compared to like now and such. Because there was the monarchs in England, and I think they appointed the bishops there.
Yeah, I mean, don't get us wrong. It's not like a fully religious movie either, because there's a lot of like fighting and battles
And
and
it's about Vikings. So.
yeah, and they're a pretty rough group, and so yeah, so that was one thing, and then you even learn some things about our faith even through it. So like, this is not giving anything away, but when they encounter one of the churches, the Vikings go in there, and one character, Floki, just goes up and like grabs the chalice that the priest was celebrating mass with and takes a sip from it, and everybody kind of gasps in the church like, what is he doing? And that's when they discover that there's something important and sacred to their faith that's on there, which is like the Eucharist.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, it's their first encounter with Christianity on a level of like other people actually practicing the faith.
yeah,
And it's really interesting because it shows like the divide between the two, because they're both so separately strong in their faith, with the Vikings and their pagan beliefs with the Norse gods, and then the Christians with Christianity. So they kind of have like that feud of like hating each other because of their beliefs. So
yeah,
certainly interesting. But it's also a very interesting look into paganism, which is, you know, something that we should probably know about, because if you think about it in like the early church, like the Christmas tree itself was a way that early Christians helped like usher pagans into Christianity. So it's a very interesting topic to learn about.
yeah. No, that's great. And so I've just been really enjoying the show. So has Father Jess and Father Clement, and yeah, so it's been really good. But so I don't know if you guys knew this, but we're going on to our next segment on the show, and it's our last one before we kind of sign off. But I had a birthday last week.
That's right.
So the staff has decided to surprise me by having a cake, and so I would like you guys who are watching to join me in the celebration. So it's a couple of days after my birthday. Was on Friday, but in seminary there was a running joke that in the church we always celebrate the octave of a feast day, and so the octave is like 8 days, so it's still within the octave of my birthday. So so yes. All right. Yeah. All right. So come join us as we are about to celebrate my birthday, and then we'll just close off with that. Okay, oh, do it. Okay, great. Let's follow me to the kitchen.
Oh, we're doing.
Oh, where are we doing?
Okay, following.
Wow, surprise! Thanks.
Surprise! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
All right, Gabriel, we'll let you start
Ready,
as soon
ready.
as I get this lit.
Yes, we will have the music director start us on the right key.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Kurt. Happy birthday to you. Blow the candle.
So Lauren, tell me
Thank
why
you.
you picked a black and white cake.
It's called a tuxedo cake.
Ooh.
As tuxedos are black and white.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. This
Tired.
looks really good.
Good,
Awesome.
good.
Thank you so much.
We tried, Father. We looked everywhere for creme brulee.
Oh, I
It
know.
was just not that.
Oh, no creme brulee?
No, I know it's pretty hard though. Most restaurants don't.
Well, it looks like one, isn't it?
Yes, like creme brulee.
Yeah, this is pretty close.
Okay,
Do you want us to cut it?
we're gonna slice it
That's
now.
alright. We could get a knife. Yeah. Excuse me.
It looks like it has cream, so creme brulee.
Yeah.
There's a big knife, Father
It's
Kurt.
not burning candles for the
Father
birthday
Kurt.
part.
The big knife there. A big knife there, big knife.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do it, Father, or do you want us to serve it?
Yeah, if you. Oh, I can make the first cut. Since
You will first cut cutting of the cake by ceremonial cutting.
Thank you all so much. This is great.
Frankie said she sang her long in her room.
It's 35 again.
Alone.
Just like, well, I am 35 years old.
Yes.
Wow.
Too young. Still young.
All right. Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys for joining us. Thanks for every Tuesday at noon. We'll have another guest next week. Thanks again. Bye. God bless.
Bye.
Bye, Notre Dame kids.
Which didn't have any more.
There.
What?
Huh?
There were birthday wishes.